2025. And what I want to talk about today is the living energy of faith and how do we find that living energy. And the first part is just a reminder that in our lives we can totally deal with things just on a purely factual level. Like it's just all about the facts and the information and the truth and the data, et cetera, et cetera. And hopefully as we get older, we're able to see that life is so much more than the data of things. And it's not that truth is not important, it's incredibly important. But without love, it's really nothing. I remember years ago hearing a great pastor, and he was saying one of the big things he'd realized in life was that if you're not kind, you're not right. And that's really true. And you can see it, right? Even in religious circles where people can get into a weird kind of space about where they weaponize truth, and somehow they feel like that's actually the real way to serve is with weaponized truth. And that's just not, from a Christian New Church perspective, that's just not possible. We just can't do that. It truly is right that if you're not kind, you're not right. And if truth is weaponized, it's certainly not going to be helpful to you, to other people, to your community, to your relationships. And that's what we're going to read about today. This is from the book Secrets of Heaven, and this is number 2262. Real faith, then, in an inner sense, is simply neighborly love. In other words, love of other people. People say that an acknowledgement of truth is the faith that saves, but it needs to be realized that people who live lives opposed to charity cannot possibly acknowledge truth. So it's a fascinating subtle twist there that what we can do is in this day and age, a lot of the time faith is like, well, you have faith and you are saved if you believe, and you can sign off on these things, whatever those things might be. And here's Swedenborg saying, that's not really the way heaven works. That's not really the way God works. That it's possible to know truth, but to really acknowledge it, like in our hearts, we have to have a love that is deeply embedded in there. And this is where we can get off track. Instead, they form a kind of self-persuasion to which a life of self-love or materialism is attached. Such an acknowledgement contains none of the living energy of faith, or in other words, love for others. I love that little turn of phrase there, like the living energy of faith. And that's what we're trying to discover, folks. I shouldn't say discover, I should say uncover, is that living energy of faith, which really comes down to love. And that idea that love actually then starts to flow into the truth, and truth then becomes a form for that love. Does it mean that we are sort of soft-headed, muddled, everything is rainbows and unicorns? No, because any of us who are parents or caregivers or teachers or law enforcement officers or whatever we might be, we know that there are times where the loving thing to do is the hard thing, and the loving thing to do is to demand a level of accountability of other people. That's healthy. That's how the world works. But it's still coming from a deep love within. So what does this mean? What does this mean for our lives? Well, I think for our lives, friends, it means, again, taking a little time to just breathe a little bit and to just really, really take time to witness, take time to really, really see, and to really see other people, and to allow that living energy of faith, that living energy that draws from love, to really help to create the truth that is how you're going to form your life. Here's a simple example, and this one I preached on Sunday, but I just loved it. It's from Father Gregory Boyle. And what Father Greg said, he works with gang members out in the San Diego area. And he said, had an interesting perspective. He said that as they get these gang members in, and it takes a long process to get them away from that kind of lifestyle, get them into a better place. And they're walking with them all along this journey. And he was mentioning what a number of them had said. I thought it was a beautiful statement. They said their lives changed because they came to Homeboy Industries, which is Father Gregory Boyle's nonprofit in San Diego. And he said they no longer felt like they were being watched. They felt like they were actually seen. And I thought, there's a beautiful difference there. That idea of watched versus the idea of being seen. When we're watching somebody, and again, here we're thinking sort of as a very guarded kind of watching. When we're watching someone, so much of the time it's really easy to watch somebody. It's coming from our own judgments about them, coming from very much a truth mindset. Are there times where we might need to do that just from a practical side? Absolutely. Again, Jesus really clear, gentle as a dove, wise as a serpent. But we can take that too far, where we start to see the whole world sort of cynically, and that everybody's out to get us, and that the world is a bad and evil place. we're not going to find that life energy, that life force of love that actually breathes new life into our faith if we go out seeing the world that way. But instead, when we can see the world, we're really looking at seeing other people, seeing them deeply, seeing what they care about, seeing what they love, seeing what matters to them. And when we can do that deep kind of seeing versus just watching, boy, life starts to change a lot, and we'll find some beautiful things. So that's just the thought for today, folks, is really focus on seeing people, not just watching people, and through that, finding the living energy of faith that will give you the truths that you need to know to lead your life. And again, please note, that doesn't mean that we just get rid of all truth. No, it's important. It's a gateway. It's a way we start into our spiritual journey, and then we come back, and those truths are infused with love, and that's where the really wise people in our lives, those are the ones who have truths that are very much infused with love. But that's the beauty of this combination, and the beauty of this journey, and the beauty of this growth. And boy, as we start a year, what a great time to celebrate that living energy that we get to uncover in the year ahead. So friends, I hope that makes a lot of sense. And what we're going to do now we're going to take a little breath, do a little meditation, do a little prayer, do a little blessing, and then we'll say hi to folks on social media. So with that, dear friends, let's get relaxed and take a little breath. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, God bless you, wishing you all the very best. And if you want to leave a quick comment here on Facebook, I'm going to be checking that here. You can leave it on New Church Live's Facebook page or on my Facebook page. There's a couple cards right there. Frank, good morning to you, buddy. Great to see you, and hope you're doing really well. I love that picture with a grandkid. How fun is that? Marcus, good morning to you, buddy. Great to see you joining us here today as well. And now let's flip on over. Here we go. Linda, good morning to you. Great to have you joining us. And Sherry, good morning to you as well. So friends, God bless. Have a great day.